It's the company that shaped our childhoods. It's the company that introduced us into M for mature audiences only. It is the game that your parents would put you on immediate punishment if they found out you were playing it and they happened to walk by and hear some of the things that were coming out of that television. Rockstar has now shot themselves in the foot again by releasing Red Dead Redemption as a port for the Switch and the PS4, not the PS5, not with multiplayer. Yes, you're getting Undead Nightmare, but hey, that's why we're bundling it for you on the last gen console for the low price of $50. And coming off the heels of, having another company bundle some of our most iconic games in history, GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas. Bundling all that together and getting terrible reviews about the graphics and the remaster. Oh, and did we mention that we had shut down Red Dead 2 online before it even really started? And hope you guys are ready for more GTA 5 online DLC. So, fellas, I did ask you guys separately, but now that we're here together as a conglomerate, right, as the Pod Boys, how are we feeling that Rockstar, has once again done a tone-deaf release of yet another one of their undisputed classics?
That discipline is coming.
Let me be clear. Red Dead Redemption is an undisputed classic game. How are we feeling?
You said the perfect definition, man. It was tone deaf. It really was. Because I do feel like, yes, the online for Red Dead 2 is still active. I do feel like they could have put more marketing into it and just much more care, like different modes, different. They still have minor things like, this week is double XP, this is this and that. I just felt like the marketing, they just kind of just abandoned it. They really just abandoned it, and everything was so GTA focused. Mm-hmm. And like you basically treating like one of your biggest IPs as a stepchild in a sense. Now the whole port thing is, I think they should have just left it. I really feel like it's very, 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 very pointless. Because when you really look at it, bro, you can't stretch ports out for too long. There's certain things that graphical power it just doesn't fit well with later things. And most companies these days, they're doing like remasters, they're doing remakes from the ground up. And I do believe, to a certain extent, if you do really care about longevity, these things are possible. I felt, if you want to do a Red Dead remake from the ground up. Bless you. Bless you with the Red Dead 2 world mechanics and graphic engines. Yes, bundle it with Undead Nightmare the same way with multiplayer. Give us a real complete package that warrants that amount of money. But you're telling me a port from the PS3 era, just with this story expansion, which the story expansion is probably like an extra 10 hours. Mm-hmm. That does not warrant $50 for me. No. At all.
Because imagine a world where it's like, to your point, Tim, it's like you bundle Red Dead 1, and let's just say Red Dead 2. Like you say, right? You do a partial remaster, Red Dead 1 with the Red Dead 2 graphic engine, Red Dead 2 combat mechanics. You sell them out as a bundle package. Again, you don't have to change the story. Just you sell them as a bundle package, add Undead Nightmare, scale up the graphics. At that point, as a bundle, you might even buy it for $70. You know what I'm saying? Like if all those things were intact.
The Dead Space remake is a prime example. It works. It was. Yeah, they did some minor tweakings to the story.
But it improved it.
But it was very minor, and it improved it, and it works. Now, if EA, a company very infamous as EA, is able to do that,
can get that right.
Come on, bro. Come on.
How do you treat?
And you haven't done nothing with Red Dead 2 ever since you launched it, so it's kind of like you had a good amount of time to think this over and do it right.
Yeah.
Simple.
Joy, I wanted to ask you, because you made a really good point on our original recording about training your audience. So I wanted you to kind of like give us the abbreviated version of that point that you did, so the viewers get a chance to hear it.
What do you mean? What am I? Well, I don't remember what I said.
Because
Training the other.
we were comparing ports, right? And I brought up the whole thing about how Nintendo, they'll port you to death.
Uh-huh.
They'll release Bayonetta on the Switch store at full price. Like, hey, you want to pay Bayonetta 2 in 60 frames per second? That'll be $60. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Okay, I remember what I was
reports
saying.
of, you kind of got into the whole thing of premium consoles and premium packages. So I know you might have extra points, but I'm like, man, that was.
Okay, so with that, right? Nintendo, you can expect it because Nintendo never promised you that you're gonna get top notch quality. They never
It's
did,
funny, but
right?
you're right.
They never promised you that. They're gonna promise you instead of you playing with one LCD panel, you can play with two. They're gonna give you something like that and pitch it to you, versus us getting a premium console, something like the PlayStation or the Xbox, to where Sony doesn't have advertisement for children. They don't have a children's department, children's games. They just make it. They just are. You know what I'm saying? But its primary focus is those who want story-driven games. Come to the PlayStation. You want games that look this good? Come over here to Sony. And with what Rockstar did, that's like unacceptable. I'm not buying that. Not to mention how much money you guys made for Grand Theft Auto 5 alone. You guys sold us that game 3 times.
Yep.
Three
It sold so well
times.
they give it away online, also on PC for free. You can download it on Steam for free.
For free now. So now, let's take that into account. Not to mention the money you guys made from the Shark Passes. Now, I can't tell the difference between Saints Row and Grand Theft Auto because of all the craziness you can do. So, you guys have the resources, you guys have the money, and these are your most important IPs that allowed you guys to get to where you're at. And this is the treatment you guys give it. Crazy. San Andreas is the reason why any of your stories is hitting now. The Nico Bellic, some people want to dispute, but
It was good. It was good. The out of the DLC, the Ballad of Gay Tony was probably one of the best DLCs I've ever played. Third person action adventure game wise.
Okay, wow. I didn't play it. But yeah, back to that, and then Red Dead Redemption, an old West game, you got people playing that like it's nobody business. How do you? Even the first Red Dead was people piqued interest, and it did it well enough to prompt the two. So now for me, I'm like, I don't understand. For us, it's not going to be acceptable for us, for anybody with a console that like an Xbox or a PlayStation. It's not going to be. It's not going to hit the same because we're expecting. We almost don't even consider like, yo, why are we getting this trash treatment? Why are we getting this trash visuals? I'm not playing that. You can literally see the triangles. It's just man. Not to mention you got every AI version of CJ out there. So it's like we don't have in our minds we see it as this thing
People
about to
have
go
upscaled
down.
CJ.
We go, oh man, we gonna
what he
see
should look like in
the Grand Theft Auto 5 world. Man, this is gonna be amazing. We get to see, but no, none of that. So I don't know if I hit the points that you wanted, because
you did. I think like you said, it's like it's one, what we're expecting, but two, because of the bar you've set, and then three, it's like it's not like you guys don't have the resources. Right, it'd be one thing if it's like Rockstar kind of fell off and they just weren't able to, put things together. It's like you.
I will say this.
Everything you need.
I will say this: as much money as they make, they are not exempt from being the next Project CD Red. If they keep this up, I'm already seeing the bitter taste buds coming out. Now it's starting to get more bitter. Nobody said nothing with the Shark Passes. We know it's 15-year-olds and 10-year-olds and 9-year-olds buying these passes. Fine, right? But you guys, you doing this?
One game, he on there going crazy.
But now, right? You want to drop the heat back to back. The first time we was like, okay, Grand Theft Auto, they're probably working on Grand Theft Auto 6. And then the leaks of Grand Theft Auto 6 came out. And we heard the storylines. I was like, yo, what's going on with this? Y'all better fix this. Listen, no company's exempt. Keep playing with people money. Games is $70. You know how much they're gonna charge for Grand Theft Auto? $100 if they feel like it. Easily. And you're gonna buy it, right? So now you're gonna charge us this money. Pockets is getting tight. We will fight you. Don't think that these companies now are starting to understand, like, yo, you saw what happened with CD Projekt Red when they said they was dropping. Look at Star Citizen. Star Citizen is, even though this is a PC game, those people are like borderline robbing people now, man. Robbery. So now, these people are like, okay, guys, we taking y'all to court. What's gonna happen? Listen, it's enough. If it's enough money, it could happen. Get on your job, guys. No company's exempt. If there's anything that these generation gamers are too invested, that department is not a department where they're passive. I'm telling you. These people tell you, listen, you're not getting my money. Look at fighting games. We care about these franchises so much. Yes, I love Marvel vs. Capcom. What's that? No rollback netcode? 2 weeks. Flatline. I don't care if you got Virgil and Dante in the game. Flatline. What? Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite? Wait, ain't no Wolverine? No Gambit? Flatline. CD Projekt Red, what you said? Cyberpunk? My favorite genre? What you telling me? Wait, hold up. This the character custom that you was promising me? Hold up, these the graphics? Flatline. Y'all, they playing with it. Oh, Grand Theft Auto, y'all made how much billion? Not Grand Theft Auto now struggles to make ends meet. Boom. Now all that money now is y'all spent it, wasted it, patching up. Now because of that, y'all guaranteed not to hit. Y'all gonna have to do 4 installments for people to gain your trust again.
Yeah,